Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to bring you an article here and an update regarding the Houthis. So, this information just coming out that the Houthis apparently are banning any ships that are either Israeli, US, or UK linked. So if they are Israeli, United States, or British ships, they are no longer allowed to go through the Red Sea or the Gulf of Aden. Okay, if they try to go through the Red Sea, I think what this is that they're doing is they're trying to justify their attacks, and it'll probably give them more reason to attack more ships that come through. And also at the same time, what they're trying to do is hurt international shipping even more. Because obviously there's a lot of US, UK ships, especially UK ships that travel through here. And obviously the Israeli ships they're not okay with. They haven't been from the very beginning. So apparently the Houthi Humanitarian Operations Coordination Center, they sent formal notices to shipping insurers and firms telling them that these ships are banned and they are not allowed to come through here. So, very interesting what's going on here. Things are really starting to escalate over here more and more every single day near Yemen. So, let's go over this article real quick. I want to show you this. This is pretty crazy. Houthis order ban on Israel, US, and UK linked ships in the Red Sea. And it says Yemen Houthi rebels also announced submarine weapons as leaders pledge to continue attacks amid Gaza war. So yeah, apparently they have these underwater vessels. I just did a video on that recently. That they've got these like underwater drones. Basically, they're like a torpedo, has a propeller on it and everything, and even a camera. And they could use these to go underwater. They're much harder to detect, much harder to take out, and they can use them to crash them into a hull of a ship and make a ship sink. It's very much like a torpedo, but remotely controlled. It says here Yemen's Houthis have announced that they have banned vessels linked to Israel, the United States, and the United Kingdom from sailing in surrounding areas as the rebels seek to reinforce their military campaign, which they say is in support of Palestinians in Gaza. The Houthis Humanitarian Operations Coordination Center sent formal notices of the bans to shipping insurers and firms operating in the region on Thursday. The Reuters news agency quoted a statement as saying, it says here the Houthis' communication, the first step to the shipping industry outlining a formalized ban in the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aden, and the Arabian Sea came in form of two notices, Reuters said. It affects vessels wholly or partially owned by Israeli, American, and British individuals or entities, as well as those sailing under their flags. So even ships that are not owned by Israel, American, or British, but if they're sailing under their any of these flags of these countries, they could either be under attack, but obviously they're banned, and that's going to affect these insurance companies. These insurance companies will say, okay, well, since they're banned, we will no longer provide insurance, to these ships that want to go through the Red Sea. So that's really what they're trying to do here. They're trying to cause economic damage and then also justify their attacks. So that just means that we're going to have way more attacks inside of the Red Sea. And I've been telling all of you that the Houthis are going to pick up their attacks and continue to target these ships in the Red Sea more and more and more as we get closer to this Rafah offensive that's going to be kicking off here in the next few weeks inside of Gaza. Okay, the IDF is planning to move into the last city, the southernmost city, Rafah, of Gaza, and there's lots of civilians there. There was well over 1 million that are supposed to be getting evacuated, and it's the last remaining Hamas stronghold for the IDF to go in and try to eliminate them. So it says here the warning came amid continuing Houthi attacks that have disrupted international trade on the shortest shipping route between Europe and Asia, and counterattacks by U.S. and British forces hoping to deter the rebels. The Iran-aligned Houthis have launched repeated attacks on ships in the region since November. They said the attacks were a response to Israel's military operation in Gaza, which have killed almost 30,000 people in 4 months. They have promised to continue their campaign in solidarity with Palestinians until Israel war stops the war. On Thursday, Houthi leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi also said the group had introduced submarine weapons in their attacks. Operations in the Red Sea and Arabian Seas, Bab al-Mandab Strait, and the Gulf of Aden are continuing, escalating, and effective, he added in a televised speech. I would agree with that. We've had multiple ships lately, just over the last few days, that have actually been struck. One of them was supposedly sinking. Many of these have caught fire. We even had an injury. We finally had somebody get injured on one of these ships by a ballistic missile attack. So the Houthis are not messing around here. They mean business. They want to shut down this Red Sea, and they want to do whatever they can to prevent these commercial vessels from coming into the Red Sea and utilizing this very strategic shipping lane. Okay, they've essentially initiated a blockade, is what they've done. Okay, but obviously they're just going after U.S., UK ships, and Israeli ships, the people that are actually involved in this conflict, right? But regardless, this is going to put major strain on the international shipping. Okay, and like I said, these insurance companies are going to question, and they're going to be like, "Hey, you know what? Your route goes through the Red Sea. I'm sorry, but we can't provide you insurance anymore because the Houthis have banned us from going through there. We can no longer provide shipping protection. So if you go through, you're going to have to either go through without insurance, which they can't do that. They have to have insurance to operate legally." So look at the scenario that's being created here. And this is only going to make things way worse. And I understand why the Houthis are doing this, and they're doing everything they can to put pressure on Israel and the U.S. to stop this war in Gaza. I totally understand that. But this is only going to create tensions more, make them more aggressive. And what is the U.S. going to do now? Okay, they're here protecting these ships, but now these ships are not even going to want to go through here anymore. What are they going to have to do now? They're going to have to go around Africa. Okay, all these ships that don't want to go through here and get attacked, this is only going to push for these ships to have to go around Africa. And what is that going to do? That's going to hurt the global economy. That's going to create more inflation. All right, this is not looking good. This is looking really bad. So I hope you understand how big of a story this is. This is a pretty big story. All right, and it's only going to continue to get worse down here. We got more information coming out every day. I've been reporting on the Houthis quite a bit, and there's going to be more reports. So that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Excuse me. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next one.